always find it so funny how forgetful I can be when it comes to the shift of seasons. In summertime, I seem to believe that it'll stay this warm and light forever. And it's not till autumn arrives that I remember that days of being snuggled under blankets, comforted by a cup of tea and warm woolly socks actually exist. And it makes me appreciate these days when it's still so easy to run out to the water for a swim. How warm the water is and how light these afternoons are. Soon the rain will be here, and with it, it will bring its own beauty and joys, as well as its struggles and challenges. And just as summer came and went, so too will it. Change is inevitable. Noticing all these shifts and changes in the natural world around me and in the time and seasons also has me reflecting and noticing all the shifts and changes that go on in my own inner landscape and in my personal life. All the new chapters unfolding, the new paths that are being carved, the new journeys that I will embark on. And it makes me somewhat nostalgic, maybe a little bit melancholic in some ways, wondering if this might be the last summer that we spend in this chapter of our lives. But that also makes me appreciate it all the more, trying to soak in every detail and be fully here witnessing this present moment. Not in hopes of holding on to it, but more so that I can allow it to be fully what it is, for however long it's here for. To be able to release it when the time comes, knowing that I fully existed there for the time that I was meant to, but that the time has come for me to fully exist someplace else.
Nice work, bud. Go, head down. Yes. Back. Set. Down. Over. Yes.
Hey Commune fam, what's up? It's Patrick. Welcome to a combination practice between two of my favorite classes, Move Free and Handstand Yourself.
Pull elbows down. Reach hands up. Hold down. Or left foot threads through. Pull yourself out to the top of the mat. Hop off of your left foot. Finding your entry. Left foot lands. By left thumb or wrist. Wiggle open into your half knot. Lifting into inverted space. Finding squat at the back of the mat, sitting your hips low. Center. Push into your child's pose. Alright, we have one straight line position to finish this up. Make it what you want it to be. Anything that's symmetrical, anything that's bouncing, we've been all over the place today. So it's good to have just one clean spot. We're going to hold it, we're going to find some stability. You're going to be like, all that free form movement, and just put it into something simple. Here at Commune, thank you so much for being part of the vibe. Hope you have fun with this one. Have an amazing rest of your day, y'all. Peace.
Good morning, gorgeous earth dwellers. So good to see you again. I just got done doing a meditation, and I've actually been doing something a little bit different during my meditations recently that has been super amazing. I thought I might share with you guys. And I'm pretty sure it's a tantric meditation, a tantric breathing meditation, because I read about it in the book that I was reading, Tantra Illuminated, and it's just been super amazing at dropping me into a really centered and present state of awareness. And it's essentially like a visualization using the breath. So once I've kind of settled myself in the breath and have focused my energy and my attention on the breath, I start to incorporate this visualization where I envision on my inhalation the moon rising at the crown of my head, or the third eye center, and then going across the sky almost, and then setting in my heart center. And then I take a moment where I have this brief pause, and it is kind of that dawn moment, that those times before the sun rises. And then on my exhalation, I envision the sun rising out of my heart and up through the right side of my body until it comes to set at the crown of my head, where I also again take a moment to pause between the exhale and the inhale. That moment is almost representative of the sunset, of that dusk, before once again the moon rises on my inhalation and it comes down into my heart space, and so the cycle continues. Simply counting the breath, I am very easily distracted by that, which is just another thing to work through, but it's nice to kind of give yourself different tools so that you can find that more centered space. And I find that this one, incorporating the breath with a visualization, just keeps me so grounded in the present moment. The visualization almost becomes so embodied in me that I can just sit in the breath and find this real clear, calm, centered space. So if you just envision the moon rising at your third eye crown center, and it travels down alongside your left Ida Nadi, so down the left side of your body, which is very representative of the lunar side, the feminine side. It travels down across there. It sets in the heart. So in the lotus heart, the moon will come to rest. You take a moment to pause there in that moment of retention of the breath between the inhale and the exhale. And then as you exhale, you envision the sun rising from the heart. It travels up that right side of your body, up the Pingala channel, the Nadi, and then it comes to set in the third eye. Again, you take a moment to pause there at the suspension of the breath. And the idea is that you kind of even out all of these spaces. So the time that you spend paused in the retention, in the inhale, in the suspension, and then in the exhale, you kind of even those out so they almost like blur into one. And then eventually you can lose the visualization and you're just sitting in this space of that solar lunar cycle with your inhale and your exhale. And it's just really centering for me personally. I found it really grounding and really centering. So maybe it helps you as well. I just find like adding in that visualization alongside the breath really helped me focus in my mind and silence the notifications of the mind. It sounds really bizarre. It probably isn't gonna make sense. It barely makes sense to me, but I almost feel like I'm time traveling through it, because I'm experiencing these multiple sunrises, sunsets, moonrises, moonsets, this like solar lunar cycle, and I experience it so much in just a 20-minute meditation that it almost feels like I'm living like years and years and years in a single meditation. And I've had so many moments of just when I kind of drop the visualization and I just sink into that space, I feel this a very similar feeling to deja vu, but it's not typical deja vu. It just feels like I feel like I've crossed over some weird little time warp and I'm experiencing myself in both past, present, and future. Oh, maybe give that a try. I found it in the book Tantra Illuminated. I really highly recommend that book. I actually want to do a full kind of spiritual yogi book haul again of my favorites. I did a book haul when I got my recent shipment of books in, but I want to do one where I list all of my favorite books that I've read in the last year or so, because there's so many of them that just have really helped my spiritual journey and my awakening journey, and have kind of either accelerated that or given me a lot of tools and information to just help guide and facilitate that space, especially because I don't really have a teacher or a guru. I'm a lot self-taught, so reading books and sacred texts has been really profound in my spiritual and yoga journey. It's just the most beautiful sunset this evening, and I'm just feeling so frothed on life right now. I just got done. It's the next day, by the way. As you can see, the rain finally stopped. But today I did a one-on-one Ashtanga yoga class with Zinnia, who is actually my teacher at my YTT. She's just such an incredible teacher, an absolute goddess of a woman, and it was just really amazing to have like an hour and a half dedicated to the practice and to have someone guiding me through, giving me that extra guidance in my practice. I don't often have a teacher or a guru, and Zinnia honestly feels like the closest thing to it. So I just felt really grateful to have her come out and spend like an hour and a half of her time leading me through the practice, and it was super amazing. And Ashtanga is just so super humbling to me. The only thing that you really have to do is just turn up as you are in each and every moment. And so that's what we did, and it was really amazing. And we went for a swim afterwards, and I just kind of came out to enjoy the last few rays of this beautiful sunset. Feel like the season changes is just making me really super appreciate where I currently am and each present moment that I'm in. You know, like tonight with this beautiful warm afternoon, being able to go for a swim, sitting, watching the sunset. I'm super grateful, also super grateful for yesterday and just like sipping tea on my bed, listening to the rain. Because yeah, these seasonal changes always just really remind me of the changes within my own life, and having a moment of appreciation for the now and knowing that change is coming, just taking each moment in as much as you can so that when the next moment arrives, if it's something different and if you have to let go of what was, you can do so knowing that you were fully present. The more present you can be, then the easier it is to just like surrender to what's next and to surrender what was and let it go. When you're in the present moment, all that exists is that moment existing here and now in what is. There's no real point about worrying about the future or getting attached to the past. Just all comes back to just that practice and non-attachment, showing up and giving it what you have in that moment and then releasing it. Allowing it to go, allowing yourself to move on, allowing yourself to experience the so many different experiences that you're meant to in this life. But yes, I think this is where I'm going to sign off this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you want to, and leave me a comment. Tell me something that you are so grateful for in your current human experience. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, you want to come here? Oh, wow, look at that pink. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. I'm grateful for this pink ass sky.
You're the rose in a garden.